don't forget, sometimes I forget to record the session. Yeah, so let me know in the chat if you already have or wanting to buy or have no idea, just curious to know, or if you have been investing in stocks and shares and what else already and thinking about cryptocurrency, and type in the chat and let me know what investment strategy that you already have. And so I can get an idea of where you guys at, so I can best support you with your questions. And hello, Anda. Hello, Martin. Hello, Tamara. Good morning. I can see Maya's face. Very good. And Sunday morning. All right. So Lynn said, wonderful, exciting. Have some Bitcoin. Yoo-hoo! Want to buy more? Lynn also said, I want to buy. Fantastic. All right. So, yep, I think I'm on live. We're in the chat, and Derek is coming. Wendy is coming. We have a lot of Hong Kong people here. What's going on? Hong Kong people love Bitcoin. Hello, Joey. Exciting. Have some Bitcoin. Yoo-hoo! All right. Hello, Fiona. Good to see your face. I'm going to put my lemongrass and mint tea. There'll be a lot of talking. There'll be some worksheets for you as well. And okay, Maddie is joining in. Fantastic. Anda say you have a bit already. Very good. All right. So, gonna do this boring disclaimer thing. So I'm not the financial advisor. So this class is to educate you what Bitcoin is, how to buy, sell, strategy, answer you some questions for some of you have no idea. Buy Bitcoin this year. Oh, you make some money already. So yeah, so this class is not a financial advice. I was going to say it, so apparently otherwise I'll get into trouble, which is so boring. All right, so people signing in. Queenie's coming. All right, so hello, Maddie. Good morning. Hi, Derek. Good morning. Hello, Queenie. Okay, so we have a lot to cover. So is it okay if we can be fully present and smash through these slices and learn hips and stacks in the end? And if we have time, we might do some Q&A. Will it be okay? So first, we just shake it off, and then we take some deep breath. Thank you for allowing me to share my knowledge for you guys today to best support you guys. And thank you for being here as a consciously, collectively, we share this energy together and learn something about money. Right, so in today's masterclass, you will learn everything you need to know to remove your FUD, we call it FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt about cryptocurrency. So set yourself up for success with the investment strategy that you will have a clear focus and direction to continue your crypto journey with me. So in this class, you will discover some fundamental about Bitcoin and the market updates. And I will also be sharing with you some real life Bitcoin stories, so you know it is real, it's not just something fake, so that you can learn from them. If we have time in the end, we'll do some Q&A. So how's that sound, guys? Put it in the chat, because I can't really see everyone's face now, I think. So cryptocurrency investing can be a bit like starting a new business or a new job. It is a skill that we can learn. Nobody is born to be good at cryptocurrency, okay? Well, who here know about Bitcoin when you were born? Who here that your mom and dad told you that, you know, what Bitcoin is when you were 5? Oh, okay, whoever say yes is lying, because Bitcoin is only 12 years old. Okay, gotcha. So if anyone told you that they have been in the big blockchain field, cryptocurrency field for 45 years and asked you to pay them money, they probably scams. So just don't do it, run away. Tip number 1. Yeah, Tamara said no, never. Yes. All right, so now I will move on. So now I want you to set an intention. Why are you here? What outcome do you want from this class? Are you here to learn something or to prove something to be right or wrong? Or what are you going to do with the information that you learn? There's a difference between information and implementation. So you can information gathering, but never action, or you can do something with it, right? So the better you learn is to take action. So make a choice. If you want to be an action taker, action takers are money maker. Money and success love speed. The longer you are not taking action, the more money you are losing. So money is energy. You're going to do action to attract them. Or you could be an observer, learning and just reading books, but information gathering. So a dream without a strategy is a hope. And a strategy without execution is useless. Or if you just execute without strategy, it's aimless. And so just make a choice now. What type would you like to be today? Great. Type it in the chat. Which one would you like to be today? So I know. What choice did you make? Action taker, action taker, yay! Time up 2 is here to learn. Yes. Very good, very good. One both. Yes. Very good, very good. All right, so I'm glad you choose to be action taker. Now, the next one, you're gonna choose again as well, because there's million ways to invest in cryptocurrency. And so you're gonna choose one that is work best for you, right? So by choosing which type of investors are you? Because our reality is a reflection of who we believe we are. There are really million ways to invest and build wealth. There's no right or wrong here. So these investing styles can tell a lot about how much you will make and how you will make it, how long does it take for you to make it, and the strategy you will need to reach to the financial goals. It depending on the choice that you want to be, the different styles. Some style you can get rich quick, but then it's more risky. Some style is slower, steady, sustainable, but then you may make the money less, but then you still make money, right? And so this course is not about get rich quick scheme. I can see some people dropping out already. Oops. Well, I know there are heaps of people out there offering the next 1000x coin. Or if you send me 1 BTC, I will send you 2 BTC back. No. Don't do it. Don't do it here. Because we value our time, our honesty, and integrity. We want to find out the simplest strategy to invest, turning our hard-earned money to work harder for us without us stressing out and losing sleep. So now here's the common type of investing people. So you have a day trader. So this day trading means shorter term. Some of them are day trading every 15 minutes. Some of them every day. Some of them every week, in and out. So maybe within a month. And so they'll buy, sell, and take the commission, the gap in between. So they will have a smaller gap and fastest time frame. 99% of the day traders lose money. But the professional one, on average, if you do Forex, future option, those type of traditional trading, you roughly make 10% a month. The crypto space, you probably could make 20 or 30% a month when you know what you do. Crypto is bigger gap, but it needs a lot of skill, higher capital gain tax as well in Australia. So some of you are in Australia. Are you guys all in Australia and Hong Kong as well? I think some of you are in Hong Kong. Hello, Colleen.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome. We're just trying to define which investing style is you, and then we can keep going. So the day trader, they can make money. To be honest, I am thinking about becoming a day trader in the future. Next, when I retire, got nothing else to do. At the moment, I'm not. just because you have to. So I will have to enroll to few more trading courses. I'm already in a few trading courses. That's why I decided not want to look at the chart all day. And also I talked to my tax accountant. If you're 100% sure that your profit after 50% tax is still making profits, then go ahead to enroll to a trading education program. So I'm trying to mute because I can hear my own echo for some reason. So that's a day trader. And then the second one is hope investor. So these are your Uber driver, your grandmother, your mother, your father, your uncle, your auntie. When Bitcoin go to 20K, they will be like, hey, I just bought some. Or when Tesla went to $2,000, or when Apple went to $2,000, they will buy some. So these are the hope investor. Usually they don't really become aware of an investment until it's too late, until it's already in the hype. And people, the smart people already harvest and got out. And so, unfortunately, these are the majority of the retail investor who push the prices to the blow up top. These people, because there's so many of them. All right. And then the next one is the sideliners. So there's also a heaps of these people there. So the sideliners are the ones who research, spending months and heaps of time researching the market, watching the market, but never actually do anything about it because they don't have the strategy, or it's never the right time to buy, or to wait for the dip. I know a few people that I know been watching the market for years, right? So this is actually because they're not educated on how to set up an investment strategy. So they let the fear get in the way. Hi, friends. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. And then the value investors are the one who take the effort to learning and researching and take longer time frame. So we will have the strategy in place, and then we will not buy and sell based on emotion, because trust me, emotion will come with crazy emotion. And also my tax accountant, so I work with a cryptocurrency expert accountant, and he also said most clients better off just being the value investor and do a bit of swing trade here and there. So a few more a year. All right. So Tui, have a hands up. Was there a question? Or
yeah, I do. So I wanted to know a bit of more of a personal question for you is, how did you get into cryptocurrency and what has your experience been with it?
Oh, good question. Almost
Thank you.
I asked you to ask this fake question. It will be in the slides because people want to know. People keep asking me like, who are you to trust? Why do I want to trust a blue hair girl? Like, have you buy something? Are you one of those professors that never be on the basketball field, but then you talk about basketball in the classroom, right? So yes, I will share that with you. Ooh. All right, I love story. So now, you guys are, hopefully you guys already define which one are you. There's no right or wrong to like I pretty much almost been through them all, almost. I did try day trade and it's just not my thing. I cannot. But doesn't mean I still want to do it. But I'm gonna like block out 3 months time to really do it. At the moment, it's not my priority. So now, what is Bitcoin? So now, I won't bore you with the actual technical, the P2P, those, internet behind the scene. I'm just going to give you some rough idea. Bitcoin was born after the global financial crisis last time, 2008, after that, where someone or a group of people, they call themselves Satoshi Nakamoto. We don't even know that's the real name. They're not happy that, because have you seen the movie The Big Short? So basically the bank, we're gambling our money with the mortgage and remortgage and refinance, and then somehow they make mistakes, right? And then everybody suffer because the bank gone into trouble too much. Then our taxpayer have to bail them out. And so this group of people are not happy. They were like, why? The bank was doing this crazy thing and no one go to jail. I think 1 or 2 guys went to jail, but then, everyone suffered. And so I won't tell this story yet. almost spoiler alert. Anyway, so in 2008, there's a 9-page long white paper was published and changed the world as we speak of today. If you guys want to read the white paper, let me just put it in the chat. Just some people like to read things like I do. I read them. All right, so this is the link to the white paper if you want to know how Bitcoin actually works. So in a nutshell, it is by far the most popular global currency because transaction is made with no middleman, meaning no bank, no Western Union, no Swift code, and no more waiting for days to send money in and out. So Hong Kong people can send money to me with a phone. Oh, I just dropped my phone. So think about, I know most of you guys in Australia or in Hong Kong, we're in a developed country. Think about there are 1.7 billion of people are unbanked. A lot of them are in India or Africa or some other country that they don't have a bank or they're not allowed to have a bank. Let's say, for example, my brother-in-law, he's Japanese and Australian, but he was born in Iran or Iraq. Yeah, his passport say that he was born in Iran, so there's so much restriction about him just because he was born there. For some reason, his dad was working there, and he just accidentally born in the hospital there. And so just think about sanction of many countries, and all they need is a phone, and then they can send and receive money directly to each other across the globe too. In Africa, there's a lot of, and also in Cambodia. I went to Cambodia last year. Cambodia is still really, really poor country. And apparently, I don't know, like Samsung or Telstra or Optus went in there and then give away a whole bunch of free phone. And then because they have phone, they suddenly have internet, they suddenly connected, they suddenly online, and then they can just send money to each other with Bitcoin. So yeah, it is crazy. So now you might ask, could Bitcoin price go to zero? I get asked all the time. Well, what if it go to zero? Well, what do you think? Short answer is yes, it might. And so does the dollar. So does your house. So does your stocks and share. So does your 401k or superannuation. Or we could just get hit by a bus and die tomorrow too. Where we focus, go, energy flows. So rule number 1 is investing is that invest only how much you can afford to lose. But yes, to answer that question, could Bitcoin price go to zero? Is yes. Because many possibilities are happening right now, here and now. We're all here now. And so, for example, if, let's say, our fiat currency, which is our money, our Hong Kong dollar, Australian dollar, US dollar, which are no longer used anymore and worthless, then Bitcoin price is zero. Because if Bitcoin price based on dollar, then it's zero. It could mean that we're no longer using the dollar, but we will use some type of stable coin, such as, let's say, the new CBDC, central bank digital currency, or we call it Fed coin, something like that. Or we could just buy a house with Bitcoin. So we could be like, this guy, this Bitcoin here, there's a house. Okay, this is not a Bitcoin, just toy, just so you know. Don't go rob me. I don't have one Bitcoin just lying around the table like this. But according to this METCALFE'S law, there is something called network effect. Network effect is like the word of mouth. The more people using it, the longer it will exist, and the strongest the network, and therefore the harder for it to crash to zero. It will take time. Like it might go to zero, but it will not like today 10K, tomorrow zero. It won't be like that. So you have time to get out if that does happen. This is why the US dollar is devaluing right now. And that's why we are getting out, because we can see the US dollar is devaluing or the Hong Kong dollar is devaluing. And so people are, well, actually the US dollar is the strongest right now. So some people holding Australian dollar, they are buying American dollar right now, because you can see, right? So if one day Bitcoin's starting to go lower, you have time to get out. And But Bitcoin has been around for 12 years. So a lot of companies and infrastructures have built on top of it, meaning the network is very strong to crash to zero in a day. Just imagining we have iTunes, right? So let's say blockchain is the iTunes. No, the iPhone is the iTunes. And then the blockchain is the internet. And then the Bitcoin is what you build on it. And all the apps built on top of the Bitcoin and blockchain network, right? So it's difficult for you to suddenly one day crash, because if the internet crash, we're in trouble. And so Facebook is a classic example of this METCALFE'S law, and it is now in the S&P 6 now, worth like 500 billion. So anyone still with me? All right, so now some people may ask, how did Bitcoin get here? 12 years, right? How did it get here? And how come we still can't buy coffee with it? I get here like, oh, Bitcoin cannot buy coffee and bread and milk, right? Yes, you can. You can buy. I won't. Just thinking, I'm not gonna, okay, if many people believe Bitcoin's gonna go higher, I'm not gonna spend my Bitcoin on coffee. I spend my money in coffee because I know my money is devaluing, right? So the people who ask that question, not really understanding. So let me just tell you, how did we get here, right? So Bitcoin right now, 2020, is the highest performing asset. It has been a long road to get here. Rome did not build in one day. It takes God 7 days to create Earth, right? And so Bitcoin right now is still a toddler, it's still a baby. Now between 2009, when we were born, to about 2015, I would say, Bitcoin was like a wild horse, just growing. And back then it was for the cyberpunks, for the nerds, for the kids, for the early investors, and maybe criminals are using it. But fun fact, cash is still the best way to do illegal criminal stuff. Banks are still the biggest money laundering method if you want to do Breaking Bad criminal stuff, but just don't. But yeah, Bitcoin, don't use it for criminal stuff. It's actually not wise. You get caught. It's pseudo-nominal. What's it called? It's not private. Anyway, so now fast forward to 2020. Many rich people, hedge fund managers, and industrial investors are buying Bitcoin because they can see now the Feds are printing money crazy. And it is a really good form of store of value due to its deflationary nature, because the supply is fixed. So this is the chart that's saying when do this big company buying? They literally 2019, and most of them are 2020. Square was just last month. MicroStrategy was 2 months ago, and Grayscale has been buying. This is up to today. So they're buying this much Bitcoin. So at the price, this is $1 billion of it. So we're talking about the rich people, done their research, have a team of consultants to teach them why they invest, and then they're investing so much in it, right? So now, what do I mean by the supply and demand is fixed, right? Can I use English? Yes, I can. So here's the deal. Oh, all right. We have a class in our mastermind club where we talk the secret about money, how banks actually work, who and what are the Federal Reserve and the central banks, who are they really are. They are private company. They are not the government. They're a private company. They print money and then borrow to our government, and then our government have to pay it back with interest from the funding money that they printed. Yeah, so it's not quite fair. It's a monopoly funding money. So anyway, long story short, basically our money today is printed out of thin air, right? So what it means is that the dollar that we are using, we call it fiat currency. You hear it all the time, fiat currency, is losing its purchase power every year. I won't bore you with the calculation, but with the speed of how much magical funny money has been printed just for COVID alone, soon we'll be buying $25 coffee. Hong Kong people will be buying $300 a coffee soon. So if you are doing nothing new to review how you budget your money, I mean, if you are getting the same salary and saving it in the bank the same way, your money is guaranteed to lose value because this is supply and demand. Why? Because there will only be 21 million Bitcoin in the world, period. Why? Because it is written in an algorithm, in an open source, like a computer code, that no one can alter it. No one can hack it or edit it or print some more or steal. My dad asked me, like, what if the Satoshi guy take back the money? You can't, because literally this is like gold. Let's say someone have 21 million ounces of gold and then out everywhere. Whoever invented gold cannot say, hey, give me your gold, because he don't even know where the golds are anymore. And so you can't. And so the Bitcoin transaction is forever written in a cloud base for everyone to see. We call it the blockchain. So imagining like so like a bank has the bank account. Everyone can see anyone's bank account, but the bank account have no name on it. So we can see, okay, Derek has 5 million, Martin have 2 million, and Maya has a 50 billion. You can't do that. But you can see someone have 2 billion, someone has no money. They can see the number and the figure, and they can see the transaction, but they can't see who owns the wallet. Does it make sense? I hope it doesn't make sense. Just type in the chat if like you're super confused, or you're like, yep, I get it. So I love numbers and figures and visual. That's why this is like, Bitcoin is tiny. This is just a part of the, so you can go to this website. I forgot the actual name, something about money visualize. You'll find this very, very famous. You can see Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. I think the silver was like 1 square, and then gold maybe 6 square. And then when you go down, like every square is 100 billion. I don't even know what 100 billion mean anymore. So Bitcoin is tiny. Okay, so let's do the math. So I'll show you now. 21 million Bitcoin total, right? 18 million of them already out there. Reportedly 4 million were reportedly lost. So from the 18 million that is out there, 4 of them actually lost. And because it is the number way for losing your money, which is the core subject that we teach in our crypto coaching program. Because safety first, nothing worse than losing our money because we didn't know how to handle it. Oh my God, that is so crazy. So yeah, one of my clients, he bought $2,000 worth of Bitcoin back in 2012 and he lost it. Ouch. Yeah, so that will be, he literally lost $4 million now. Suck balls, it hurts. And so that's why he came to me to learn it properly now, right? So now back to this, the Bitcoin roadmap. Because you guys are early bird, you guys are here on a Sunday morning learning this shit and taking action, we can get the worms. So there's only 3 more million out there to be freshly mint. We call it mining, or you can call it, I don't know what you call it, bakery. So there's only 3 million coming out, and the way they come out is fixed. There's an algorithm to write down, and every 4 years, the supply will cut in half. So we call it halvening, and that's why we have this 4-year cycle, which I will explain it later. So Bitcoin is every 4 years is getting less and less. And so the last Bitcoin, the last bit of Bitcoin will be minted 100 years. So 2147, yeah, year 2147, if we live long enough, we will see the last Bitcoin mined, okay? So maybe I won't. So that means whoever designed this algorithm already thinking Bitcoin's gonna last for over 100 years, which basically every money currency that we have right now has a lifetime of 100 years. So before, I think it was the Holland, the Netherlands money, and then it was the Dutch, no, Dutch was Holland, the Dutch money, and then the Spanish money, and then the French money, and then the British pounds, and then now we have the American dollar. right? So every 100 years, and they'll have some war going on, they'll fight, and then we'll have some dominant country will be dominating the world. So American dollar has been over 100 years now, which probably are almost going to die. And so some people think will be the next currency will be China or Russian money, whoever in power, we don't know, right? So, oh, hang on. Lynn was asking if your friend lost the Bitcoin, where those Bitcoins go? Yes. So those Bitcoin, that's why I'm going to show you what is safety. So important. So Bitcoin is literally a bunch of passwords. And if you forget those passwords, you forgot how to get access to your password, those Bitcoin is still there. The Bitcoin is lingering in the cloud base. The Bitcoin will never lost. You lost the key to get it. And that's why 4 million of Bitcoin are reportedly lost. So the Bitcoin will not lost and someone steal it. Or someone can steal it if they somehow get your laptop or something. But if you just lost the key, they just lost there. That means it's getting less and less, smaller and smaller. And oh yeah, Maya just say, same with losing your actual wallet. Yeah, no one can access it anymore. Yeah, exactly, right? So just like, let's say you have a gold coin or gold bar, right? And then you bury it somewhere in Africa, and then you forgot where you buried it, and you didn't tell anyone. And then your kid did not know where you bury your gold. Those gold are lost forever until maybe 300 years later, someone with a metal detector said, oh my God, I just found $1 million worth of gold, right? But if someone somehow found your key, they can get access to your Bitcoin. Same. So that's why safety first. I teach, oh my God, like number one core thing, safety, right? I'm a backup. I'm paranoid. You look at my phone. I have like stickers to hide my, the camera, like everywhere, like this phone here. I got 2 phones, hide my camera. Yeah, anyway, I'll tell you later. So anyway, so let's say if we have 3 million Bitcoin coming out, and then 14 million in stock, right? So let's say we have 18 million out there, 4 already lost. So let's say the other 14 million people wanting to sell to you. I'm not selling you my Bitcoin. I'm holding on. No, right? So you're actually getting less. Now, last time I checked, let me just see. Okay, in this one here, there's actually there's a paper. According to this paper, I'm gonna put it in the chat as well, because some people love the chats. So according to this paper, there only really is 1 or 2% of people are owning Bitcoin right now. Yeah, Derek said it's like you have gold in a safe and then you lost the password to the lock safe. The gold is still there, but no one can open the safe to get it. Yeah, exactly. Well said, guys. Yeah, so according to this, this one is from one of the, in that paper there, the PDF, there's only 1 or 2% of people in the world really are owning Bitcoin. So, now last time I checked, which is last night, I was doing all this last night, well, for a whole week. Anyway, last time I checked, Google said there is 13 million of millionaire in the world. So come back to the math. If we have 3 million Bitcoin not yet to be released, and then they all want to buy now, all these millionaire all want to buy now, right? That means all of these millionaire can only buy a quarter of a Bitcoin. So if you today have 1 Bitcoin, you get what I'm saying? You get it? I hope you get it.